The final and fittingly fourth teaser for Avengers Doomsday has arrived, capping off this bizarre marketing strategy with a focus on the Wakandans. And I have to say, I thought this teaser was phenomenal. But here's the thing. No, literally, here's the thing. He's actually here this time. Interacting with the King of Wakanda too. What a time to be alive. I gotta tell ya, I have missed hearing those Wakandan drums. What a sound for sore ears, if that's a phrase. And if not, I'm registering a patent on it. It's been 3 years since we last saw the Wakandans, which both flew by and felt like it was ancient history. It is so frustrating how time works. I saw a lot of people say that this teaser was underwhelming, and while I do think that the X-Men teaser was more exciting and the Thor teaser was more impactful, this was our best idea yet of what we can actually expect in Doomsday itself. It's also really nice to just catch up with the Wakandans because I have deeply missed seeing this corner of the MCU, so I really enjoyed this teaser as a reintroduction to their world and the new status quo they're inhabiting. Wakanda Forever acted as such a raw and human exploration of grief that made me fall in love with these characters more than ever, so I am really excited to see them again now that they've settled into their new roles. The Wakandans have, understandably, been very self-contained in the multiverse saga, so the fact that we're kicking things off in Doomsday, having these interactions that were mere dreams just a few years ago, is surreal to me. A large part of the reason why I love this teaser so much is that it's restoring something we've been missing out on a lot in the multiverse saga, that being character interactions. Those crossovers are what made the MCU feel special in the first place, as all of these characters inhabited a shared universe, and we have been dearly missing out on that with a lack of Avengers movies this saga. After all these years, it's gonna be so insane watching the Fantastic Four meet everyone in the MCU for the first time. Just that small meeting there extended my life by 4 years. This is the stuff dreams are made of. I especially love that seemingly the Wakandans are going to be the first to meet the Fantastic Four. While the Thunderbolts may have detected their arrival, I think that the Fantastic Four's ship is going to land in Wakanda, leading to this interaction here. That's going to be such a cool and important moment for me, considering that Black Panther made his comic book debut in Fantastic Four number 52, so it's very clear to me that this meetup is honoring that history and immediately linking these two groups together from the start. Black Panther has always been a fundamental part of the Fantastic Four mythos to me, and I think that it's really cool to see that reflected on screen in this way as a sort of reversal. Now, the Fantastic Four are going to be introduced through their world instead of the other way around. It's the beauty of adaptation, how you can take something so familiar and give it this new context to make it feel fresh and exciting. That being said, the Fantastic Four meeting the Wakandans first is going to be so funny because their first impression is going to be that 616 is highly advanced, only to realize the rest of the planet are bums in comparison. Coming from this beautiful retro-futuristic utopia and arriving in the city of the future in the most technologically advanced nation on the planet, only to step outside that boundary and see just how much of a third world country pretty much everything else is in comparison. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see the disappointment on their face when they visit MCU New York. It's little things like that that keep me excited for this movie. I just can't help but be interested in seeing how these characters are going to react to their new environment. There's no better interaction they could have shown than giving us M'Baku and the Thing meeting for the first time, because Ben introducing himself to the King of Wakanda as just a guy from Yancey Street is perfect characterization. It puts the biggest smile on my face because it gives me faith that they're going to handle the Fantastic Four correctly in this film. Ben is the everyman of the Fantastic Four. Despite his rocky exterior, he's just a regular guy deep down, and his personality is designed to reflect that. Above all else, he doesn't see himself as a giant rock monster or a member of the Fantastic Four. He sees himself every day as Ben Grimm, the kid who grew up on Yancey Street. So to hear him tell somebody that isn't even from his universe all about Yancey Street and give him directions on where to find it shows the amount of pride he has in his upbringing, and is the most Ben Grimm possible response we could have gotten. I can already tell those two are going to have some of the funniest interactions in the entire MCU. Their personalities are going to mesh together so well, especially considering how much M'Baku loves to mess with people. I feel like these two are about to make Johnny's life a living hell, and I could not be more excited for it. On top of M'Baku and Ben, the amount of potential we have for different pairings between the Fantastic Four and the Wakandans is so exciting to me. I have not been able to stop thinking about the possibility of Reed and Shuri nerding out together. These are the smartest people of their respective universes. If there is anyone that could keep up with Reed, it absolutely would be Shuri. This potential team-up comes at a really interesting time for Shuri as well, as she has pretty much nobody to bond with nowadays, so this can help her open up as she has somebody that actually speaks her wavelength. I need nothing more than to see these two working side by side as Shuri gives Reed this big futuristic lab space to work with, only for Reed to ask her for a chalkboard because that's all he needs. You can't tell me that wouldn't be perfect characterization and be such a great way to reflect the differences of their two universes. And for as excited as I am to see those two characters together, I know everybody's waiting to see Namor and Sue interact, and personally, I'm a little scared about that. Not only is the balance of their dynamic so hard to get correct, but I have seen so many wrong interpretations of it online that it has driven me insane. This one panel everybody mentions is from an alternate universe story and one of Grant Morrison's very few misses. This one isn't even Sue, that is a shapeshifter pretending to be her just to assault Namor. And this one, okay, well I can't really explain this one, she definitely did kiss him there, but it's the ultimate universe. All the Fantastic Four lore there goes completely off the rails. There is no relationship between the two. It is Namor being obsessed with Sue and downright harassing her over it. So Avengers Doomsday really needs to walk a fine line when handling this. If we do see him make a pass at Sue, I want her to humble him so fast he thinks twice about even looking in the same direction as her. Her love and commitment to Reed should be unwavering. Even the thought of being with someone else should be disgusting. Even more so than that though, MCU Namor would not be into white women. Sorry. I just never thought I'd have to make a serious argument using that point on the channel, but here we are. This dude hates the surface world. You really think he's gonna fall for that? I mean, then again, it is Vanessa Kirby, so I feel like everybody would be willing to make an exception. But still, if there's anyone who'd stand on business, it's MCU Namor. Please God, Doomsday, do not let me down when it comes to how they handle Namor and Sue. Their interactions can be a lot of fun, but only when you make sure to explicitly point out just how bad Namor is for doing it. And then Johnny, you know, he's gonna be there. It's gonna be fun. I'll be honest, we're kind of running out of named characters who are confirmed for this movie. If they surprise us and put Nakia in this movie, it'd be nice to see him interact with her, give us a little Quiet Place reunion. Or maybe we can see Johnny learn a few lessons from the Dora Milaje. That could be fun. But there haven't been any other Wakandans confirmed yet, so I guess for now we're just gonna have to settle for Johnny being bullied by Ben and M'Baku. The only thing potentially getting me more excited than seeing all of these crossovers is the new drip everybody is rocking, because oh my god, the new costumes are looking fabulous. Let's start with Namor because this new look is clean. Considering he was able to pull off just a Speedo, I truly believe there's nothing that Fishman can't make work, but the jacket may somehow be even better than that. I'll have to see the entire look in full, but this gives him so much more aura. I really love how this jacket looks on him. It's very reminiscent of this suit in the comics with the high collar. And he is absolutely pulling it off, even if it is kind of unnatural to see him wearing clothes at this point, but at least it's for a thematic reason. It's a very interesting development to see Namor adjust to wearing human clothes as he attempts to embrace the surface world more and more post-Wakanda Forever. You can clearly see that being reflected in his fashion sense, and I think that's a great way to visually show how far Namor has come. That being said, I really do miss his jewelry. I think that look was so unique and made him stand out amongst everybody else in the MCU, but I get it, he's trying to blend in with the rest of the surface world. Honestly, I still can't even get over the fact that Namor is in this movie in the first place. More than literally everybody else in the cast list, even Ian McKellen as Magneto. I didn't expect to see Namor in Avengers Doomsday. With how Wakanda Forever ended, I did not think we were going to see Namor until a third Black Panther film when they can build off of that new partnership between Talokan and Wakanda more. So the fact that he's in this movie in the first place makes me think they have an inspired plan to fit him into the film. When he surrendered at the end of that movie, he did it with the knowledge that Wakanda has no other allies anymore, and that if they ever get in danger, they're gonna have to turn to him for help, putting the ball right back in his court and giving him all the power in the situation. So you've gotta wonder if he plans to double cross her at some point in the film. I could genuinely see that happening as he maybe aligns himself with Doom in order to protect Talokan, but whatever it is, I'm just glad we have him back so soon, because he is easily one of the most interesting characters introduced post-Endgame. It's Shuri's new costume though that really interests me, because while it may be similar at first glance, it is definitely an upgrade in my opinion. For starters, the new blue accents are gorgeous and tie the whole look together. Not only does it add more meaningful detail to this already beautiful costume, but it is a great way to show the Wakandans' unity with Talokan by literally mixing all of their colors into the costume. It's not just a Shuri thing either, as you can see M'Baku rocking the same color scheme. So this partnership with Talokan is serious to them if they're doing this kind of jersey swap. Now, this next part might be a reach, but I think even around the back of her costume, it seems to resemble the design of Namor's necklace in Wakanda Forever, so it really seems to me that these two nations are tight nowadays. The only thing Shuri's costume is missing is a cape with a fur collar, and then it would be perfect. Seriously guys, I'm so desperate to see a Black Panther costume with a cape in live action. I don't care what Edna Mode said, I would punt her like a kickball into oncoming traffic if I could. Capes make superhero costumes cooler, especially with a character like Black Panther whose imagery is tied so heavily into royalty. It's a testament to just how great that costume is anyways that it looks so good without that iconic cape, which to be fair, she doesn't exactly need right now considering she's not the Queen of Wakanda, and her speech, which goes so hard by the way, does a great job reminding us of that new status quo. In this teaser, Shuri says that wait. On second thought, not gonna do an impression for this one. I feel like that's just gonna end badly for everybody. In this teaser, Shuri says that I've lost everyone that matters to me. The king has his duties to prepare our people for the afterlife. I have mine. Yeah, it really doesn't sound cool when I say it, but I promise you it sounds so much better in the teaser. Still, this is the shortest speech we've gotten in any of the teasers, excluding Steve's because it was awkwardly quiet, but it is short, effective, to the point, and gives us a lot of really insightful information. First off, a reminder that Shuri has suffered more than Jesus as she lost her dad, mom, and brother, all in a very short amount of time. God, remember when Shuri used to smile and make Vine references before they decided to give her all of humanity's toughest battles? Those were the days, but at least it made her one of the most interesting characters in the entire MCU. This is also the third teaser in a row to prepare us for death as well. Thor was literally praying for more strength, Magneto was talking about the person you are when you close your eyes for good, and now Shuri is mentioning how the king has his own duties to prepare his people for the afterlife. What is Doctor Doom doing to everybody to have them so scared like this? It is doing such a great job of making him feel like a genuinely intimidating threat without even seeing him, which works because I'm trying to see that face as little as possible. It does make me wonder though, do you think M'Baku still got to take the new heart-shaped herb? I would hope so considering the fact that Shuri just made a fresh new batch, and why wouldn't you want your king to have those kind of abilities? Especially after how he got his ass kicked by Namor, that man is going to need all the help he can get. Also, speaking of Namor, where the hell is everybody? Why are we in this desert? I think there's two realistic outcomes for what's happening here. One, Doctor Doom is the biggest hater alive and drained all of the water from the ocean to make sure that Talokan is now on the surface, or more likely, this is the desert we saw from the end of Wakanda Forever, as Namor has established a base on land for Talokan to properly integrate with the world. I'm sure we're going to see that these temples are along the sea and just act as a temporary space for the Talokan to take refuge whenever they're on the surface world, because they can't exactly spend all of their time in the ocean now that they're trying to be a proper country working alongside Wakanda. And I think that Namora's appearance might reflect that idea. Maybe it's just the shot or the makeup is different this time around, but she's definitely becoming less blue here, right? I feel like they're going to have this rule where the longer the time they stay on land, the more the blue fades away, basically giving us this visual ticking clock showing that they can only be on land for so long. What's most interesting about this desert to me though is what we don't see in it, that being the other actors on set for this sequence. Yeah, it's not just the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four like this teaser would lead you to believe. Back in May of 2025, we got a ton of pictures of the cast hanging out in Bahrain where they filmed these scenes. Meaning that just off screen, or soon to arrive, we have Sam Wilson, Joaquin Torres, Shang-Chi, Atuma, and Ava Starr. So what does that mean? The big takeaway for me is that Sam Wilson and Ava Starr are going to be in the same place at the same time, and I'm going to be insufferable about it. Oh, bye. If you thought I was annoying about Captain America and Ghost already, wait until they interact with each other. That is going to be the only thing I talk about for a year straight. So help me God, as long as I see them share even a glance with each other, I'm giving this movie 5 stars. There is nothing I need more in Doomsday than to see my two favorites meet like this. And also, it'll be cool to see the Fantastic Four meeting all these characters at once. But especially Sam and Ghost meeting each other. Also, one of the very few actual leaks we got from Doomsday that isn't just AI slop polluting news with misinformation was this picture here of 4 different characters hanging out on the Fantastic Four's ship. Joaquin Torres, Ben Grimm, John Walker, and if you look there in the corner, that's definitely Shuri's boot. So if you take all this information together and you throw it into the theory machine, I think, first of all, Joaquin is definitely getting his hookup from the Wakandans. But more importantly, both Sam's Avengers and the new Avengers detect the Fantastic Four's arrival in their universe, and it is a race to try and intercept this interdimensional transmission as soon as possible. Both Avengers teams arrive soon after, so we have everybody together as the Fantastic Four are able to explain the situation. And that is the big opening of this movie. They were in the same place at the same time. I know it's going to happen, I just can't prove it yet. God, looking back at how long I've been yapping, this teaser gave me a lot more to chew on than I was expecting. I honestly think it might be my favorite one. Okay, the X-Men one is definitely the best. You can't top seeing Cyclops in the blue and yellow costume, but this is probably my second favorite. And I know that's just my Fantastic Four bias talking, but I think this gave us a lot of really interesting stuff to digest and look into. The only issue is, what am I supposed to do now? I planned the last 4 weeks of my life around these trailers, and now they're over? What, do I just have to wait until the Super Bowl when we finally get the full teaser? That's so far away, man. I don't have to sit through a football game for this. I got it. Here's what should happen. Sony, please, release the Brand New Day trailer already. We gotta keep this momentum going. I've already gotten into the rhythm of having one teaser every single week, so just give me that Spider-Man trailer so that I have something to do, because if I'm left alone with my own thoughts for more than 5 minutes, I will probably end up killing someone. Don't worry, it's most likely just gonna be myself. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. I can't kill myself until I see Sam and Ghost interact with each other. Genuinely though, I really love this teaser and the simplicity of it, as they just focus on the interactions we've been missing out on in the MCU for all these years. It's a very effective way to build hype and get me more excited for this movie. And if that was the job of these 4 teasers, at least 3 of them did just that. Now, if only there was an adjective I could use to describe this teaser, to sum this whole video up in one word that would be so satisfying and pay off everything we've been talking about thus far. Ah, well, it's a shame there isn't. Alright, Miles Teller, stop looking at me, I'll say the line. The Wakandans teaser for Avengers Doomsday was fantastic. Is that what you want? Is that what you were waiting for, you sick f***? Wanting me to dance like the monkey I am, giving you the payoff you were looking for? Well, I hope you're happy, because it was a really fantastic trailer. I can't hype it up enough. But on that note, why don't you just let me know down below your thoughts on the Wakandans teaser for Avengers Doomsday? I would genuinely love to hear what everyone has to say and continue the conversation down below. And while you're at it, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you don't do it, I'm dropping you off in the desert and leaving you there. So you can either hit the subscribe button or die in the sand. It's your choice.